Hello guys, welcome to this section. Today we discuss about the lead statement. How to prepare lead statement. Okay, what is lead statement? First we need to discuss about the lead statement. Lead statement is nothing but in generally we need to transport material one place to another place. That time we need to calculate the distance plus material cost is nothing but lead statement. Various materials we need to calculate. Okay, let's see the definition. Lead statement is a statement that indicates the source of various materials, like any material, sand, aggregate, stone, bricks, and cement, and fly ash and GGBS. Various materials we need to transport. Okay, from one place to another place. Okay, the mode of transport, anything like use it to calculate the cost. What is the cost of the material? That material we need to transport one place to another place. What is the cost? Actual cost. That's why we need to calculate by using this lead statement. Okay. First we need to this table once first we see the table. Okay, first is the column. Okay, this is the description. What are the items we need to calculate? Okay, sand, brick, cement, steel. What are the materials we are using in the construction? That materials we need to calculate the lead statement. Okay, this is the description. What are the materials we are using? That materials description. Okay, total lead is nothing but distance between source to the destination. Okay, that distance we consider as a total lead. Chord tag. Okay, chord tag nothing but some example. Take a sandy soil are found in the rivers. We need to go to the river bed. Okay, then only we take the sand to the our destination. That time we have to cart road. As the cart road means nothing but soil soil road. Okay, that road we have considered as a cart road, and very wet and loosey soil. Okay, and metal road is nothing but water bounded. First we need to discuss about the cart track. What is the definition? Okay, a track is an unpaved simple earth track or path formed naturally or repeated uses of bullock carts, tractors, and etc. Okay, so metal is nothing but stones road that has water bounded macadam road. Okay, this is a different water bucket. It's a road surface with broken stones, compacted. That's why. That is the metal road. All weather road is nothing but tar roads and cement roads is considered as all weather roads. Okay. What is the car track factor? We need to going in the car track. We have extra diesel has to be consumed. Why? Because of that is wetty soil and loose. The mileage has to be decreased. That's why we taken as 50% of the factor is 50% as the more of the all weather road. Okay, this is a 50% more. Why taking is that purpose it is has to be taken to more. Same like metal road, we consider as the 30% of the all weather road. Okay, all weather roads factor is the one because of that weather road is good and smooth. Okay, road comfortable road. That's why we consider factor one. Total length after correction. We need to discuss about that by later. Okay, these are the various things has to be there. We need to discuss one by one. First, we need to calculate one description. We need to calculate first sandy cores. Sandy, sandy cores. Sand has been cores. Okay, sandy cores. We need to consider first. What is the lead? Take an example like 200 kilometers of lead. We need to delivery of sand from 200 kilometers destination. Okay, what is a cord track? Cord track considered as be 6 kilometers present in the cord track. Okay, metal road maybe 10 kilometers present. Total how much? All weather road is nothing but all weather road. Total is the distance of 200 for the destination. 6 kilometers the car track and metal track is a 10 kilometers. What is the Total here is total distance is a 200. We need to minus of these two things has to be the has to be okay. These two is a plus. Sorry guys, wait one second. So 184 is all, the total distance is a 200. We have contract is a 6 kilometers and metro road is a 10 kilometers. Remaining is all weather road. Okay, so 184. This is we calculated by D5 minus of E5 and F5. Okay. Next, we have to multiplying of factor because of fuel consumption is more. That's why we need to take in as 50% of the weather road. We need to multiply of this into factor is 1.5. 1.5. This is about 9 kilometers as will happen. Same like metal road also. Metal road distance is 10 kilometers into 1.3 is the factor. All weather road factor as with 0. 1 that's why we need to consider as the same. Total length of the after correction. What is the total length? Total length is total length is nothing but what is the we need to multiply, we need to add up these three things: cart road plus metal track plus all weather road. We need to change this formula of H9 H5 to these three things. We need to add these three things. We need to mess with 206 kilometers. Okay, total length after correction is a total length as we by increasing because of this is the sandy track or cart track as be the factor of there because of reducing of mileage 5 kilometers. What are the charges applicable in transportation? We need to consider as the SOR schedule of rate as per the Telangana. Okay, we need to open the schedule of rates Telangana. We are using in the coarse aggregate like sand. What are the material rates we have? This is the rates of the material. Basic rates for materials. We need to see here. Here 27A fine aggregates and unscreened for concrete and filtering items excluding CNRS charges. Okay, what is CNRS we discuss later. Okay, this is the course. Unscreened is nothing but course. Okay, that's what is the cost 723 rupees. Schedule rate is the higher in the SOR in Telangana. We need to this one we need to take 720. Why wait guys? We are not taking materials. We are transport. Sorry. We need to go more. Now is not material rates. We need to go to the transport lead. What are the material we need to transport that for more than 5 kilometers? This is the lead charges. Conveying charges for the machinery per kilometer for transporting materials by trippers and trucks excluding loading, unloading, EDL. Ideal hiring charges of machinery. Okay, first we need to distance of 5 kilometers. We have distance of more than 200 kilometers. Okay, that's why we need to first here. First to 5 kilometers, how much is 119.7? Note, everyone please consider here. Lead charges are inclusive of 13.615% contractor profit plus overhead charges. Contractor profit plus overhead charge is nothing but office site some equipments and establishing of office in the site. They need to salaries. We need to do salaries and various staff. And that's why we need to set the office room. Various needs are there in the office room. That's why charges, the overhead charges that are 13.61%. Okay, this is inclusive of this 119.7. This contractor price overhead charges are included. Okay, we need to detect. Okay, first we need to detect that one. How to detect? We need to go, what is the lead up to 5 kilometers, 119.7. Okay, we need to go this way. Lead is, we need to calculate here, separate. What is the 119 point 119.7, 1.7. Okay, this is the total. We need to minus this a total. We need to remove. We need to find the x. What is nothing but x is nothing but actual cost of the transport up that 5 kilometers distance is there. What is the 5 kilometer actual transport costed? Okay, we need to find that one first. Okay, x is that one. Point 7. Okay, now we need to common x on both. X is the same, that's why we need to common x of 1 plus 13.615 percentage equal to 119.7. Okay, we need to find x of 13.615. What happening? 13.615 is nothing but we need two percentages there. We need to convert this a decimal. Decimal we need to convert in the decimal. 1 plus 0.0136615 divided by 100 has to be there. Okay, 0.013 has to come. Okay, 119.7. Okay, now we need to find x equal to 9.7 slash divide by 1.13615. Okay, is a 105.3558 has to come. This is the what is up to 5 kilometer actual cost of the transport. Okay, 5 kilometers, not 1 kilometer. Okay, 5 kilometers. We need to reduce the distance. Okay, this is the 105.36. We need to here directly. I need to calculate it to divide by 1.1.6. Okay, 9.7 slash 1.1.3 1.13615. Why we need to remove this one? Because of we need to remove the contractor profit plus overhead charges we are removing. This is we need to add overall. Okay, this is the 105.36. 5 kilometers. Okay, 5 kilometer charges has to applicable 105.36. Okay, charges per kilometer for 25 kilometer stretch. We need to go to the code SRO. SOR we need to. Okay, once check here. For every kilometer beyond 5 kilometers up to 30 kilometers, 18 rupees applicable. For every kilometer, please remember, for every kilometer beyond 5 kilometers up to 30 kilometers. Okay, for every kilometer beyond 5 kilometers, more than 5 kilometers up to 30 kilometers is applicable 18 rupees. Okay, we need 18 rupees. This also including of contract profit plus overhead. We need to remove this one. We need to go to the Excel. Okay, 18 divided by 1.13615 is a 15.84 is the per kilometer. Okay, charges per kilometer, charges per kilometer for 25 kilometer stretch up to 5 kilometer to 30 kilometers is valid is this one 15.84 per kilometer ru- rupees. We need to beyond charges, we need to calculate charges per kilometer beyond 30 kilometers beyond. After more than 30 kilometers are going, how much is the cost of the per kilometer here? For every kilometer beyond 30 more than 30 kilometers that vehicle is crossed, for every kilometer how much is 15 rupees they are considering, include of cost profit contractor profit over charges. We need to remove that one. Okay, we need to go slides. There is 815 rupees if carry they are given divided by 1.1361. We need to detect it. 13.2. Okay, we need to applicable this by into kilometers. We come the total distance up to okay, up 5 kilometers charges is same. There is no change in the 5 kilometer because of this 5 kilometers. Okay, after 5 kilometers charge per kilometer for 25 kilometers charge applicable amount. Okay, this is only 1 kilometer. Okay, this is only 1 kilometer. This only 1 kilometer. We have 20 kilo 25 this is only 1 kilometer. Charges per kilometer for 25 kilometer stretch we need to applicable up to 5 to 30. We have already added 5 kilometers before, remaining is 25. Other charges per kilometer beyond 30 kilometer stretch. Okay, beyond more than 30 kilometers vehicle is going, we need how much money is applicable per kilometer. Okay, we need to remember a total distance is 200 kilometers we have. Okay, Total is after corrected as we came to 206 kilometers. Okay, 206 kilometers of the total distance. 30 kilometers is completed. Remaining is nothing but corrected length into this one. What is the charges per kilometer beyond 30 kilometers? Okay, 2719. This is the charges per kilometer beyond 30 kilometer stretch is the 2719. Total of what is the subtotal? What is the actual cost of the transport? Only transport, not considering anything. Okay, only transport up to the 200 kilometers. What we need to add these three things. This is the total cost of the 200 kilometers. Okay, total cost of the 300 kilometers only transport, not any loading unloading. We need to go into the loading unloading. In next part is only these are only for transporting, excluding. We need to check here what's the table about. Conveying charges for machinery per kilometer for transporting machinery by tripper or trucks, excluding loading unloading ideal high charges. Okay, there is so excluding word. This is the important. Excluding means they are not considering the loading and unloading. We need to add. Okay, excluding. We need to add because of we need to while loading the materials, we need the loading and unloading is happening. Okay, loading unloading. That's why we need to add the charges. First, we need to go to this here. How to this is the sand. We need how to load by using the machinery backhoe JCB like some. We need to use the mechanical means loading. Machinery mechanical is nothing but machinery. We are using the machinery for loading. That's why we need to consider the charges. How much charges are occurring? Okay, we need to go to the table of SOR. We need to consider there. This is the loading unloading charges per manual means manual. We need to go into the mechanical. We need mechanical. By using mechanical we need to load. That's why here loading is the sand, gravel, moram. These are the loading is 73.8. But here another note, lead charges are inclusive means here also lead charges are applicable. Lead lead nothing but 13.61 means contractor profit plus overhead charges are here also applicable. That's why we need to detect overhead charges, and this side we need to remove what is the actual cost of the loading. Okay, we need to find out what is the actual cost. 73 loading is the 73.8. We need to go to the slides here. 73.8 divided by 1.13615. Okay, after unloading charges, what is the included charges? Okay, unloading, what charges we need to check here. 73 points loading, unloading is at 22.6. 22.6 by 1.13615. 22.1.136 this is the 19.89 as the unloading charges. What is a toll free? When a vehicle is going to the road in the highways, there is so many tolls as be there. We need to pay the toll free toll. Toll charges also we need to take in consideration of now. We need to 600 is a toll fee. Okay. What is the octorial charges? Octorial charges. What is octorial charges? The octorial is charges definition. First, we need to see the definition and we need to discuss in the local way. Okay. Octorial charges is nothing but the is a local tax that was historical leveled by municipal authorized on goods bought into a city or town for use, consumption or sale. Charges are amount collected from the traders or transporters or business at checkpoint while entering municipal limits. Okay, municipal limit. We have to generally we need to think about. I am two districts. I am district in another district. I am going to my native district. I am present in one Chittoor district. I am going to another district to selling my products. I need to pay that municipal amount. I need to pay entry that I need to enter in that city. That's why I need to pay certain amount. Now is considered as to be zero because we are not that much of we are calculating. That's why we need to. What is the total transport cost? Transport is nothing but what is the total carry distance has to be there. Loading, unloading, everything you need to toll charge, everything you need to include this thing. Okay, that's why we need to add everything. We need to add here onwards subtotal. Okay, mechanical. This all we need to add. Subtotal plus mechanical toll charges and after charges also we need to add. This is about the total transport cost 3,905 rupees, approximately 600. 3,906 rupees is the total transport cost has been happening. What is the basic cost of the material? Rupees per cubic meter. Okay, what is the per cubic meter cost of the sand? Coarse. Okay, coarse sand. We need to consider as a coarse sand. Okay, that's why we need to consider. What's the price? We're going to check in the SOR. Telangana SOR. Okay, this is the amount. Okay, here is the 27 here. On screen is nothing but coarse 723 rupees per cubic meter. Okay, so as per the SOR 723 per cubic meter. 723. Okay, what is the sewerage charges? What is the sewerage charges is nothing but we are using the government like government materials. Okay, these are the localized materials. Definition is nothing but sewerage charges are the royalty fees paid to the government for extracting the natural resource. Natural resources are responsible for the government only. That's why we are extracting natural. So we need to pay to the money for the government. That's a royalty charge fees. Okay, that's materials, sand, gravels. These are the natural metals we are need to extracting from the natural metals. That's why we need to pay to the government royalty fees. Okay, that is called sewerage charges. Sewerage charges. What are the sewerage charges applicable for the sand? We need to check in. This is separate. Sewerage charges be present in the as per the state wise. Okay. This is in Telangana. We are using Telangana. That's why we are using Telangana state. What is the sand? Sand and others is a 94 rupees as with the 94 rupees. Okay, 90 94 rupees per metric ton. Okay, fees has to be paid. Okay, revised rate of the sewerage fees as per metric ton in rupees. Per metric ton is a 94 rupees they're paying. 94 rupees they're collecting for per metric ton. That's why we need to consider this separate table. We need to calculate. First we have to go here. Okay, 1 metric ton. Okay, sewerage charges. Cheapest charges. Okay. 1 metric ton. 1 metric ton is nothing but 94 rupees. 94 rupees. Okay, 1 metric ton. We are paying sewerage charges of 90 rupees. This is present in ton. 1 ton. How we need to convert everything is in meter cube. That's why we need to convert into meter cube. Okay, 1 ton. This is the we need to convert in meter cube. Okay, meter cube. That's why we need to consider as a table. One table. First, we need to write here. First, we need the material. What type of the material? Materials we write, and we need like what's the density of that material. We need density, then only we need to find density and that material converted in meter cube value. Okay, we are also taken as the 94 is not a constant, we have to come to the values. That's why we need to sewerage sewerage charges rupees per metric ton. Metric ton is there. Okay, then only we need to calculate into meter cube. We need to meter cube. Okay, okay. These are four columns of the table. We need to just like to create. Okay, we need to. This is a 1 metric ton is a 94 rupees. Okay, we need to that material has to convert into normal way. Okay, meter cube. First, we need to. We are using here the course, sandy course. Okay, sand course. Sandy course aggregate. What is the density? I'm taking as a 600 kg per meter. Kg per meter cube. Kg per meter cube. Okay. Sand is 6,660 kg per meter cube. What is the sewerage charges of this M sand? We are seeing into the sewerage charges with special code has been Telangana. Okay. We are seeing the sewerage charges. Okay. This is the code book. This is the sand others 23. It's a 94 rupees per metric ton. Sewerage has been per metric ton. Per metric ton has been given the 94 rupees. We need to convert this one into meter cube. Okay. 94 rupees. We need to convert in this one. We need to convert into meter cube. Okay, once think it. One is a 94 rupees per metric ton. 1 metric ton equal to 94 rupees. Okay, here how much we need to convert this one. That's why your density is there kg per meter. But we need to convert into density to metric ton. Okay, first we need to convert density into metric ton. 1 6 into this 1 by 1000, then only we need divide by 1000, then only we need to convert ton into price. We need to multiply, we need to will come the per cubic meter rupees, 156.04 rupees per cubic meter. This is the cost of the per cubic meter. Okay, and we need to use here that directly we need to m 150 point. Okay, total cost material plus transport, we need to add all our material. First we need to add transport plus material cost plus the sewerage charges is all included. This is 4785 rupees per meter cube. It is a per meter cube. What is the cost of the per truck or per trip? Okay, what is the truck capacity? We don't know truck capacity. We need to first we have design is we assume truck capacity. Okay, I need to here or continue with here only. Okay, what this is we are here. I am assuming assuming okay, dash tons means I need to say in table. Okay, dash tons. I'm assuming dash tons. Okay, I am assuming 30 tons of material, 30 tons of material in truck. Okay, yes, truck in truck. First we have what is the cost of the material. Okay, what is the capacity of truck, material weight or anything, material weight, material weight in tons. Okay, material weight is metric ton. Okay, material weight is ton. Another material weight is tons. Okay, we need material is given tons, we need to convert that one into meter cube. Okay, material. Okay, I'm thinking SB sand SB 34 metric ton. I need to convert this one. Okay, we know density also. Okay, here is same like okay, we need to 34 metric ton. Same as we need to density of that one material divided by, need to multiply into this one. Why we are this also we need to convert into metric ton. 10 we need to come 56 point something has to come. Okay, this is the cubic. This is the weight of material in cubic meter. Okay, weight of material per cubic meter. 56 weight of the material. Okay, 56.44 cubic meter as the material as with it. Now I can multiply here. Okay, this is the cost of per meter cube multiplied with the, this is the total capacity. This is the overall cost of the 56 or 34 ton, 34 cost, 34 ton cost, overall cost. Okay, now we need to go another one. Is a fine course. We need to sand in fine. Okay, we need to consider as distance 155. This is also sand, that's why we need to chord track as be present. We need to give off 5 kilometers of chord track and metal road 12. These are formula. Already we entered the formula, that's why I need to drag it. This is 138 kilometers. These are all our formula based, that's why I need to drag it. Has been occurred. Okay, this is 7.5. We need to multiply 5 into 1.5. 7.5 came total. Okay, all weather is 180. 155 minus this, or we need to deduct. We will come 138. Total after corrected is 161. We assumed 158 kilometers is the total rate, but sandy track is there. That's why we need to increase the some more distance. This charge is also constant, not will be changed. Okay, these are I need to drag it. These are formula already I am entered. This unloading charges also same. Toll free I need to change. Toll free I consider as a 400. This also I consider 0. 3000, 3201, 3.2 is the only total transport cost, all including loading, unloading, all charges. Okay, what is the basic cost of the material? What is the basic cost of the fine? Is the screened? We need to check in the SOR. This is the Telangana. 28 fine aggregate sand screened for mortar blasting items and sand blasting at excluding scenery charges are 952 is the screened. Is what is the cost is the 952 rupees per ton. Okay, we need to go 952. Okay, what is the scenery charges? We need to go into the table again. We need to see the scenery charges table. What is that one? Scenery charge of the sand only remains same 94 rupees only. This is the 94 rupees. Same 94 is nothing but same. But we need to write once. Better practice. Hence we need to change to 1600. We keep it. Okay. Same is the price is the same. 50 point. And consider is the distance. What is the truck capacity of the truck? Maybe I need to keep it as a 45 tons. Okay. 72 meter cube. Okay. I need to tag. Already we entered. This is the we have 150.4. This is the 150.4 is the sewerage charges. Okay. Total cost of the truck is the 72 meter cube. 1 meter cube is the 4,315 rupees approximately. Okay, that's we need to multiply it. We have to came this one. Okay, we need to multiply it. We need to came this one. Okay, now we need to calculate the cement. Cement OPC 53 grade. We are design. We are calculating PC 53 lows. Okay, taking we need to take the lead is 250 kilometers. Okay, we are contract has been cement has no any contract means any sandy road has been not present. That's why we need to keep it 0. Metal road we keep it as 8 kilometers. Okay, we need to just drag for more. Okay, 242. Same as the adapted. Total length after correction has been 252.2. Where 2 kilometers has been increased to 2.4 kilometers. Okay. What is the charges also same? We need to drag it. These all are same. Okay, we keep it as without toll fee. Is we border we changing to one state to other state, so we need to keep it as 1,000 rupees. After charges is kept as a 0. What is the total transport cost? We need to drag it. This is the total transport cost of that. Okay, 4918.58 rupees is the total transport cost. Okay, what is the basic price of the cement? We need to check in the SOR in Telangana. Okay, we open the SOR Telangana. This is the OPC Arnold Portland cement. It's a 4,353 kilometers. The 5,000. It is a loose 5,100 rupees. Okay, it is this one. This is the per ton has been there. Okay, per ton is there. Per ton. That's why we need to change it here. Here also we need to change. Why? How can we change? Is a 5,100 into we need to convert into meter cube. Okay, that's why we need to. What is the density of cement? 1,440 kg per meter cube. That's why we need to convert meter cube. That's why multiply into 1.44. That's this is 1,440. I converted into 1 ton as be the 5,100 divided by 1,000 is 1.44 trick ton. I am changing the meter cube only come. This is a 7,344 meter cube. This is the rupees 7,300 per meter cube rupees as well. What is the scenery charges of the cement? Once we need to check in the Codes. Telangana revised code has been there. We need to check in the cement what is the CNRS charges. There is building stone some is the limestone as the rate applicable by the stone. Marble. These limestone slabs is 130 brick rock, black clay, gypsum is 109. Okay, I'm taking 156, the marble weight. Okay, here is not available, that's why I'm taking 156. 156, I'm taking the CNRS charges of that one. CNRS charges means maybe change. Okay, we need to wait. We need to go to the CNRS charges. We need to enter cement. Density is the 1440 kg per meter cube. What is the CNRS? I'm thinking 156 and taken. That all will be converted to 124. Okay, 6 rupees. Are the same as I'm taken as what is the material capacity? Material capacity that cement bulker is a loose. That's why the carrying as be loose. So I'm taken as be the 48 tons of the cement carrying that bulker. That's why I'm converting this also into meter cube. Okay, 16.1 piece of meter cube. This is the ton, this is the meter cube. That's why I'm dragging the formula. Changed is the same as charges of this. Taken into this one. I'm added all three things. This is a total of the total cost of the that product material plus all include all taxes. This is in same meter cube. We need to drag and drop. Everything is fine that multiply in this one. These are 86,300. 8,63,116 rupees has been there approximately. Okay, this is the total cost of that 48 metric ton carrying capacity 8 lakhs. Okay, this is the in meter cube. This is in meter cube. Please carefully. Okay, this is the now we need to calculate the steel. Steel is we carrying around we need to take is 180 kilometers. Okay, is the lead. This and there is no control. This one we need to take it as a 6 kilometers of the wall weather road is the remaining is 174 6 kilometers at data 174 is came. That's why we need to drag and drop these all things. Okay, this is the 105.36 charges same. What is the corrected kilometer is the total 181. 181.8 is a 1.8 kilometers added extra because of the metal road has been there. Factor of it is multiple. We need to keep that one. Same charges are applicable. There is no change in the charges. There is no loading charges or same everything. Up to here I need to try. Everything is the transport cost is 3,986.49 rupees as with there. happening. What is the basic cost of the material? We don't know in the as per the code as with Telangana not given. That's why we need to search in the online. In Telangana, steel rates in Telangana, we are taking into 25 steel price. What is the Tata Tescon is a Tata Steel is with 3,457 rupees. That's why we need to enter 3,457 rupees per ton. Okay, to mention clarify, this is a ton. 3,507. We need to multiply into steel. What is the unit price of the steel? Unit. What is the density of steel? Is a 7.84. 7850, that is the unit density of steel is a 7850 kg per meter cube. That I need to convert it into metric ton per meter cube. Okay, that's as be 7.85 has to income. This is the is a per metric. This is a cube. Okay, rupees per 27 27,922 rupees approximately. This is per cubic meter. Okay, per cubic meter I'm calculating, converted in metric ton is converted into cubic meter. That's why there is game. What is the serious charge of steel? Again we need to assume it, that also not present in that way. That's in this book. That's why I'm taking in some okay steel. I'm taking this as a density 7850 kg per meter cube. What is the CNS? I'm taking approximately 150 is the CNS charges. That I am converted. I'm taking that one is a bulk quantity. That's why I'm carrying 100 metric ton of steel. Okay. Okay. 785 is the cubic meter. That's steel 100 metric ton steel has to be 785 cubic meter. Okay. Now I'm just drag and drop everything. That's into that is the steel of the CNS charges. Okay. 117 is happening. 150. So 115 to 7.85 you need to multiply. That's the case game. Total price has to be this lakh, this much of happening there. This is the total price has to be 25 lakhs 97. No, no, it's a more amount. Okay, next we need to go to the course aggregate. Okay, one we need to calculate course aggregate of 10 or 20 anything. Okay, we need to calculate the course of 10 mm. 10 mm. When you take in the lead as how much when you take is the lead is 166 kilometers. Okay, there's also no need. There is no auto presence. The contour is not present. This is the core SB. The metal road SB present. Metal road I'm taken as 12 kilometers. Remaining all are same. Charges are applicable. Same. There is no change in the charges. Okay. Drag and drop. They say there is small changes happening. There is no change from here onwards. That's why we need to drop and drop. We need to add toll fees. 1400 as per there's a steel carrying. Okay, what is the basic rate of that one? Yes, it is some we are carrying on aggregate 700 cubic. What is the basic rate of material? We need to check in the codes. What is the basic rate? The codes aggregate as the 10 to 4.75 is excluding senior's charges. 875, 875. I think yeah. Codes agree is 10 to 4.5 mm, excluding senior's charges 879 rupees. Okay, 879 rupees. One more thing, guys, don't keep it in senior's charges for the cement and keep it zero because that are including. Okay, steel and cement already senior's charges included. Okay, there is no senior's charge present in this senior's charge for the cement. Okay, please correct it. Correct them. First correct. Okay, now we have the what is the price? I forgot again. 879. Okay, 879 per metric ton per cubic meter as the I think per meter cube only. Yeah. What is generous charge of for this one? We need to check. Metals and there is 78 rupees only metal portion. This all around the kilometers or 78 rupees. We need to take it. Okay. 7 rupees is we need to go here. Course. What is the density of that one? We taken as be 1550 density of that one. Okay. 15 or 16, 1550 is better. Okay, not a problem. Okay, so what is the signature? This is 78 rupees. Okay, what is that carrying capacity? Is of 45 ton, not 45. Keep it. 49. Okay, 14 carrying that capacity of the truck. This is a quick changes and I'm drag and drop everything entire. This is happening. The total prices became okay. That's like it's like calculating all charges of the all materials in the lead statement as with the same 10 mm, 20 mm, 40 and agree which material we are using. That material we need to calculate this only. Okay, thank you guys. If you have any doubt, please mention comments. This is the wrong anything happening. Okay, thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you have liked this video. Please subscribe and follow this channel. Thank you guys.